Beautiful people, how are you? I hope you're good. Stress and lack of sleep, and how it can actually kind of add to weight gain. So you can have lots of things in check. You can train really hard, drink lots of water, think your nutrition is good, but if you've got crap sleep and you're stressed constantly, it can actually add to weight gain. Your body's an amazing thing. Long story short, it's in the actual article, guys, but if you read it, hopefully you have done. That's what it's there for, to educate you and help you. You'll see that your body goes into kind of like flight and fight mode, where basically your body provides more glucose into your body to give your muscles more energy, ready to react and ready to kind of run away and ready to defeat whatever the anxiety is and the stress and the problem. But then if it doesn't actually use that, then insulin is released, and then obviously what happens is the blood sugars fall to bring it back to a steady even keel again. But unfortunately, well, then what happens is if we then get hungry and we kind of blood sugars go too low, which happens when you kind of get stressed, you kind of have those up and down times, we then reach for sugary foods, and usually it's kind of like sugary carbs and things like cakes and chocolate and biscuits. We've all done it, and you know what it's like. You get anxious, you get stressed, or you get overtired, and you just feel like a bag of shit, and you just reach for something, and it's usually sugar and crap. And guess what? Then you're just adding on sometimes 200, 300, 400, 500 calories extra a day. So even if things are in check, a bad night's sleep or lots of stress constantly in your week can add to this. So stress and sleep are massively important. Like I said, everything else could be in check, and you can still gain weight by something as simple as sleep and stress. So they're not simple. They're all very important and sometimes really hard to deal with. Probably the hardest thing. And just a few little tips and things to think about. I'm going to be really honest and open about them, but quite brutal with them as well. So sleep, first of all. Before you say, I can't do this and I just don't get sleep, I'm not a good sleeper, that they are throwaway comments unless there is something, obviously a condition related to that, and then obviously please by all means you go to your doctor and your GP and you try and find some help with that. But if it's because you've got yourself into a routine and a cycle and a bad one, which is usually the case, you got yourself into that and your body's amazing, you can get yourself out of that. A bit of hard work and a bit of planning, like with your food and like other things, but you've got to try. I would argue that most people, if it's not medical or a condition, can do that. I think we all kind of put hands up, honestly, throughout the week where we stay up later because of different situations. It could be our choice, where you don't know about it subconsciously. You stay up late to watch TV. You almost tell yourself, my bedtime's 11 o'clock. You know, that's what you say. It's a ritual. It doesn't have to be. It can be 10 o'clock. It can be 10:30. So try and make changes in trying to purposely take yourself to the bedroom earlier. Even if you're not tired, even if you're not going to sleep straight away, take yourself to that rest place, because your body then it starts to program itself, and you get in a routine of going there earlier, and guess what? You go there to sleep, and it kind of goes, oh, here I am, the same place, the same kind of time, blah, blah, blah. Let's start sleeping. It won't happen overnight, and it might take 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but you've got to get yourself in that routine and cycle, like on this lifestyle group, and like with anything, you've got to try and put yourself there in the first place. So that's the first thing, first of all. Other little tools you can use, lavender on your pillow, some nice scented smells, that will help you feel calm and relaxed, and again helps with the sleeping process. On top of that as well, I think we all probably do this, when you go to bed, TV might go on, or you might start going for your phone and Facebook and have a little giggle and things, and a fluffy kitten and whose relationship status has changed and blah, 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 what's going on in the world. Your brain's active, it's whirring. Again, turn it off completely. Try and darken your room as much as possible. And there's just 3 things straight away. Taking yourself to the rest place, trying to put yourself in a calm and peaceful situation, like through smells, maybe music, for example, might be some nice relaxing music, and then take your way away from Facebook and the TV and things that kind of open your eyes, and sometimes you fight to stay awake because you're in a routine and a cycle. Try that. That's the first thing first. Stress is another one, and again, stress is a tough one, and it can be related to lots of different things. It can relate to just kind of shit at work, family situations. We've all got them. It could be a mental health situation. It could be anything, and again, they can't be judged. They're personal to you, and they're sometimes hard to be undone. But again, I'm a big advocate of this. I'm very open with this now, more and more so recently. I've been the last year. I don't go around shouting about it, but I use it if I think it can help other people. I diagnosed with bipolar 15 years ago. I have for many years wrapped it up and used it as an excuse, but you know what? I'm a bit more brutal with it now. I look at it and go, I've got a car, I've got a job, I've got friends, I've got family. I go to the gym, I eat, I smile. I can do it. I can do shit. It doesn't have to be a detriment to my whole life the whole time. There's other things personal to me that I have to use and do to kind of keep it in control, and I do that. I stick to it because I want to look after myself. Sometimes it does take over, but do you know what? It's like majority, isn't it? It's a majority of anything, majority of your day, majority of the week, making changes. So you have to really kind of be honest and face it. If you allow it to become an excuse, if you allow it to take over, then that can be a problem. Again, like with sleep, if it's something bigger than that you can't control, you need to go and see a GP and get some help in that pathway. But things that I do and things that you could do, exercise is a great one. It relieves stress massively. And obviously a lot of us do that through FCF Bootcamp, which is great, or running, or things you do, which is perfect. But then other things, like for example, try and love yourself. I know I say a lot, big love and love yourself. I'm really big on it. I think it's massive. Give yourself a bit of love time, 10 minutes in the day, an hour in the day, whatever you can spare. We can spare it, we can. Again, you're in a cycle, you tell yourself you can't, I've got no time, I can't do this, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Those dishes, that washing, that something can wait. It can wait. It isn't more important than you. It never can be. So, and also when you get yourself in a cycle, you can maybe stay up late, for example, get yourself stressed over it. You've had a really busy day. You've got so many things to do. You're on autopilot. It gets to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You then put the washing on. You've got to wait for it to come out. Bollocks to it. One night, one day, leave it alone. Go and read a book. Go for a walk. Go and love yourself. Go and take some time for yourself. It will still be there in the morning, but guess what? Maybe without a little bit less stress because you've slept. Because you've left it, because you focused more time on yourself, you read a book, you switched off, you chilled out, and yeah, it's still there the next day, but you're probably better in a better frame of mind to battle it and combat it. Now, I know it's a small thing to say about washing, and I'm not kind of diminishing it here and things like kind of stress and anxiety and stuff like that. I'm just saying that if it's that bad, you've got to do something at some point, be it getting help or saying, I've got to help myself and do little things to try and make pathways into kind of correcting it and helping yourself and supporting yourself with it. So going back to the beginning, stress and poor sleep can add to weight gain. But it's bigger than just weight gain. Scales are bollocks to me. Numbers are bollocks, if I'm being honest. It's about making yourself happy. It's about putting your body in a good situation, making your body work properly, and trying to then be able to be fit, be healthy, and be able to actually combat stress and anxiety better. Not completely. For some people, it might combat it completely, but for some, it might just allow you then to be in a better frame of mind to then go and actually talk about it and go and do something about it which you're scared of or not happy to do or don't want to do because you just feel shit all the time. So I think it's really important to put yourself in that good state. So read the article. That's if you want it. It's there for you to educate yourself and help you. You take it how you want. Try and make small kind of changes to what you're doing. You can if you want to. Unless it's too big and powerful, then take yourself to a situation, a place where you can get extra help. But I would believe if you're living a normal life of such, but you're stressed within it, then you do have the power to do something. If you can get yourself up and get through the day and work and then feed yourself, feed kids, feed family, go to boot camp, you've got power there, you've got strength, you can do it. You're just putting yourself at the bottom of the list and actually you're saying, I can't, this is because I have a cycle, I have this routine, I must do this, I must help them, I must do this. And all you're doing is just empowering it, being a shit. So you just got to basically try and turn that around a little bit, and a little bit at a time. I'm not saying you get up the next day and do cartwheels and everything's cured. It won't be. A lot of the crap is still there, but you might be in a better frame or more positive frame to deal with it. Then actually when you deal with it, you feel better. So it's a kind of a good cycle rather than a shit and a crap cycle. So read the article, love yourself, basically. Take care of yourself. If you're really, really, really stuck, go to a GP and talk to somebody. But try and make those changes. Try and look after yourself. So tonight or tomorrow night, make a plan, make an effort to go to bed a little bit earlier. Turn your phone off. Don't go through Facebook. Don't put the telly on. If it's stress related, okay, it's tough. I'm not saying that for 1 minute, but try tomorrow or the next day. Give yourself 10 minutes. Go for a walk. Put your favourite music in your earphones. Have a stroll around. Walk the dog. Take yourself away, and do that. And I haven't got kids, so I would never comment. I know they can be very stressful, I'm sure. I've heard about it from other people, but they sleep as well. Children sleep, so at some point, sleep. And if you then think, no, that's my time to do my jobs, bollocks to them. Just for one night, 1 hour, one day, whatever it is, bollocks to them. They won't define you. The washing, the dishes, the cooking, it won't define. Just take that time, an hour that you would normally look to do something else for someone else or something else, put it on you. Read a book, have a smile and laugh with your partner, go for a run, chill out, listen to some music, just have a bit of you time. Take care of yourself and love yourself. It's massively important, and especially if you're trying to get yourself in a better place. You can do as much exercise as you want, you can drink as much water as you want, which is absolutely fantastic, but you need all the components for your body to work, and you'll feel better. When you feel better, you can then address problems better yourself. And actually, sometimes by actually doing those things and actually kind of curing problems is sometimes half the battle of actually making things a lot more positive in the whole run. Big love.